Will be the second time that the lineup rating is wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get to match point of this best of 3 series between TLID and BEGITRON Esports. Can BEGITRON yet again force another game, or can TLID walk away at number 7 on the standings with a 2-0 clean sweep against the number 4? Let's head over to the Land of Dawn into game number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, a possible drop from 4th place in the standings all the way down to, I think it might be 7th if they lose this. Yes, Gil. Already early, but at least, you know, there's a W there. Luke is playing with the Mai Shira Nui skin, so nice.
Nice indeed. Well, looking at the battle spells, though, immediately 3 purifies for the side of BEGITRON. So when it comes to utility, again, it's about macro for BEGITRON. They don't really have the edge when it comes to those big team fight type of ultimates. So that's what I was talking about, man. They need damage, right? The issue right here is if BEGITRON don't have enough damage, then Team Liquid ID will be able to shrug off a lot of the threats, a lot of the control attempts coming in from BEGITRON, and vice versa. If Team Liquid ID lack out of the damage department, then BEGITRON can play this this chip the same way Evos did and just keep spamming out those shortcuts. And even if they don't win, they don't get punished for it.
But remember, TLID still have Yeheskiel to work with, right? I think it's a common thing to feel like the Faramis has no damage. Wait a second.
Whoa! And all in over to Yeheskiel, but you can see the Sacred Beast form now. Bringing him back, Moreno. No ult just yet. Can't steal it away. Annabelle unable to get the Appraiser's Wrath down in time. Good dash away from TLID.
So they're still able to get out, and this time refuse the first blood that BEGITRON were able to find in the first game between the two. We take a look at the audience prediction now. 67% for TLID by our new application, GoPay. And this is the timings. Level 4 is going to be very important for both of these teams. Yeheskiel not yet level 4 as well, so let's see how this neutral objective take goes.
Aran jumps in over, trying to zone him away, gets taunted down. They're gonna all in over to Aran. Take it down now. Moreno with the Sacred Beast jumping in. Appraiser's Wrath and a retribution from Annabelle. Fabian caught all alone, stabbed to death by Annabelle.
Immediate all in there. And again, the crowd control that the Virgin provides, that's the advantage there. But, shortcut.
Yeheskiel, not too sure about that. Winnie gonna be caught as well. Luke not gonna go with the ult again. Tsunami Slam, Luke. Oh! With a flicker, getting the kill on Winnie. It's going in again, giving the kill over to Fabian as Moreno steals the Sacred Beast and buys enough time for Annabelle to take the orange buff.
That was brilliantly played by BEGITRON. The 4v1 trade at the very end of it, Luke was still able to, you know, recollect himself enough to get a trade of his life. But I feel like TLID, with the lack of level 4s on their side, overcommitted a little bit for that neutral objective and gave over this 2,000 gold lead to BEGITRON Esports.
And Team Liquid ID isn't really playing with the knowledge that they're not really as tanky as BEGITRON right there. They keep moving in there. Even, we saw earlier, who was it? Aran just got deleted immediately, right? So they're fighters. They do damage, they have some utility, but they're not frontline tanks. The idea here is that the Mathilda is going to allow them to move in and out and provide the extra bit of sustain that they have. So in that kind of situation, a full-on collision, Annabelle is the one that gets all the value because he's tankier, he regens while doing the damage, and of course, look at this, that's some damage.
Yeah, and a miss on the Circling Eagle too. A win up top, Kyo. I was gonna escape from this one, short kick coming down, the flicker out, but it's an all-in with a thunderclap. Luke again, Appraiser's Wrath from Annabelle.
That's a lot of damage, all the moves, man. And again, when everyone jumps at you, and just like that, how do you get out? There's just way too much crowd control, way too much damage. And this Masha pick is surprisingly doing quite well, but look at this.
Tsunami Slam, now an all-in over to Luke. He's very squishy, and he will fall. Fabian gets a kill back. Turtle, though, spawns on the other side of the map, and BTR are first onto it. Light, crash course down below, trying to save this turret from being taken down. Now is the all-in on Light under the turret. And Light will be able to deal with it. Moreno can steal away the Sacred Beast, decides to go for the Tsunami Slam, brings Fabian all the way back, but then the realm comes in to save them. Light doesn't have the shortcut just yet. Fabian crash course on, taken down by Light. Annabelle pinching them down, wants to go for the dive. Now Aran caught again, a taunt coming in as Eman deals the damage. That's Yeheskiel taken out as well.
And at the end of the day, that's a 4-0 as Light looks for another bout onto Kyo. BEGITRON Esports playing this so well.
Thunderclap 1 and 2. Light's on a killing spree. They want to go for more. Light has the shortcut. but he won't use it.
And again, at the end of the day, it's another pick for the side of the red robots. They're utilizing this chip pick really, really well. They're playing the map properly. They're able to dive in and dive out of these particular predicaments very well. Neutral objective take was also secured by BEGITRON earlier on. And this chip pick has been looking good for BTR in this game.
I mean, it's a very, very strong pick, and you're seeing BEGITRON use it quite differently. They're not really making big fights happen with the shortcuts. They're also sending Light to rotate, right, a lot faster, and because of that, you can see that the wave control kind of allows them to, push on so many levels and allow Light to be the one to just stop the initial push, especially in the early game when Team Liquid ID don't have enough damage to just one-shot Light under turret. I think BEGITRON were really abusing that again and again. As the game goes on, Team Liquid ID will be able to punish it a bit more, but with 5k gold lead for BEGITRON, they might have done enough.
Konami slam over to the Masha. Luke trying to escape right now. The taunt coming down. His appeal is enough to get him away. Another round paid it too. Big ults down for TLID. 14 seconds for the neutral objective.
You're gonna need some time to wait for those resources to hop back in. Good timing coming from BEGITRON once again, and I think one of my main concerns right now is Kyo on the Bruno, right? He's on a Bruno that usually requires snowballing. The fact that he's 0-2-0. Wait a second, Fabian goes in.
An all-in, good purify out from him on. Now it's Moreno doing the same thing. The battle of the beasts over to Fabian. A shot down, Moreno! Gets a kill on the other side. It's Luke who gets the assassination. Annabelle takes a portal. Aran chained down. Thunderclap not enough to take him down. Aran trying to run away. Light goes in with a crash course and takes him out. Moreno again under the turret, looking for the kill. Yehezkiel able to flicker out. Moreno gets away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at 14-4 on the kill board. Despite how things went down in game number 1, a 7,000 gold lead now for BTR, and a snowballing Eman on the Granger at 305. This isn't looking great for the Cavalry.
Oh, and Annabelle just took that without retry.
He's also 3 levels ahead right there on the Fredrin, just constantly just farming it out. Again, Light and Annabelle in particular, they have no need to go back to the base. They have so much built-in sustain that there's just so much pressure from BEGITRON on the map here, even before you bring in the shortcut. And because of that, you can see Team Liquid ID just confused on what to do, where to go. Because even when they group up together, no one is actually built to take all the death sonatas coming in from Eman, who's already 3-0 and 5. He has the Sky Piercer, and he went for the Hunter Strike and the Malefic Roar. So he has a lot of damage built in already. BEGITRON can outmaneuver Team Liquid ID, out-sustain them, and out-damage them. So now Team Liquid ID are just running out of options.
And Moreno's feeling himself, man. Starlium Scythe on the Valentina.
Considering the way the fights have been going on, the fact that you can just dive in there, just get an extra bit of true damage, I think it works well, especially when he goes in later on with the Sacred Beast form. And Starlium is going to allow him to do just a little bit more, and as Team Liquid ID try and recover, try and get into that late game. Kyo, 0-3 and 1, has claws straight into the Malefic Gun. He is so scared of the damage, of the catch potential, he didn't even go for the Berserker's Fury. He's going to be lacking that crit damage, but as a result, he'll have more penetration for these beefier members of BEGITRON, and he has more safety in the range. Will that be enough, though? I think BEGITRON will be able to get that next Lord for free.
Wow. 8.7k gold lead for BTR. TLID, a tough spot. They can't even contest because they can't even trade. They look for a trade and the chip will just teleport everybody to them. Yeah. They really needed to get that snowball at the start of the game with the Lucas Matilda. That one mishap going in aggressive without level 4 for Turtle 1 was it. Well, actually, not even Turtle 1. Just the battle. Oh, Kyo taken low. Light in the 1v1. Luke gets a thunderclap. Almost takes Aran down. Lethal Ignition, not enough to get that solo kill just yet.
Signature Luke Masha, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's been quite some time, and yet... And it's not even a meta pick.
No.
And he's still able to have this impact. The snowballing that BEGITRON are holding and controlling on right now is huge. Moreno actually picks up Yehezkiel's ult instead. Another round.
They want to dive. That's what they want to do. Fabian's going to be poked down here. They want to get turrets.
And it's going to be a waiting game right now. BEGITRON waiting for the lure to come assist them. And while they're waiting, Eman is just doing target practice, dude. And Team Liquid ID, they can't tank it down.
Look at Annabelle just standing there in front of anybody. Tsunami slam over to Annabelle. I think that's what BTR wants. Witty shot down in the skies. Fabian jumps over to NetherRealm, is there to keep them alive. Now a wave in the bottom lane as the Lord will march down up top. Fabian clear with the wave now. Oh, Fullmatch stun. Not enough follow-up. The rest of the team recalled earlier. Unfortunate stuff. 2 base turrets down, and BTR can go for more.
That was a lot of damage, a lot of crowd control coming out for Fabian, man. BEGITRON, they gotta be careful with one good follow-up. That could have been dangerous, but now they're still back at it again.
This time, no Sacred Beast. They have all the time in the world. Whoa! Luke with 1, Luke with 2, Luke with 3! NetherRealm comes out, but it doesn't matter. He gets obliterated before the NetherRealm came in. Fabian locked down. Eman gunning them down in the skies. That's a double for Eman. Aran jumps in. Tsunami slam knocking him down, but a win of nature's right there for Eman in the Purify 2 as he gets a triple. And this should be the equalizer.
11 minutes and 8 seconds and 11,000